Christoph Waltz, the man that is known for winning an Oscar for being super racist and winning an Oscar for being anti-racist. And I would say that's one hell of a man. Wouldn't you? Ladies, gentlemen, my dear non-binary friends, fairies, and everything between, let me introduce you to the art of being Christoph Waltz. Yo guys, how you doing? I'm Azula, and in this video I'm gonna talk about why Christoph Waltz should be in the GOAT conversation. And before you ask, no, I'm not kidding. Allow me to explain. A few days ago I was watching Frankenstein, so I was pretty hyped when I saw him. Then it suddenly hit me. How good is Christoph Waltz? There's no denying that he's great, but how great? So I rewatched Inglourious Basterds to find out, and this time all my attention was on him. The opening scene of Inglourious Basterds is with the Jew Hunter, who is the character Christoph Waltz is playing in that movie. Looking back at Frankenstein, even though he got outperformed in that movie, still his face was weird. For that reason, throughout Inglourious Basterds, I paid extra attention to his face. In result, I realized what makes him different from all these other actors is his facial expression. The way he can go from smirk to dead serious. The way he can have a breakdown and quickly change it into anger. The way he can be insane and sane at the same time. His facial expression is top notch. It's always spot on. It's like he doesn't act. He becomes one with his character. It's not Christoph Waltz controlling his character. It's the character that is in control. His facial expression always tells you everything. Even if he has no lines, his face is enough. He can get the words out without even moving his lips. Some actors are only good at one thing, like crying, being serious, angry, etc. Christoph Waltz, he's the exception. When we talk about the good conversation, Daniel Day-Lewis is always there, and one of his strongest abilities is his facial expression. Of course, Christoph Waltz is not on that level, but what I'm trying to say is that how facial expression alone can take an actor from 0 to 100. I think a great example would be Owen Cooper, who won a Golden Globe by expression alone. He's probably the most promising actor ever, and at the age of only 15, he already has a Golden Globe for the TV show Adolescence. And he won that just because of his expression. He still has a lot to learn, and his body language was off, but his expression was spot on. Now what happens when we have someone who has spot on facial expression, great speech, and a great body language or body expression? Well, before you ask, yes, that is possible. If you want someone like that, Christoph Waltz is your man. And there is one more thing that makes him so special. His commitment. When he plays a role, he goes all in. He plays his heart out and he commits to a scene fully. If he's supposed to laugh, he laughs his heart out. If he's supposed to be angry, he's the angriest motherfucker in this planet. And if he's supposed to be Sherlock Holmes, the only one who is better is Benedict Cumberbatch. And he does all that in one role. Playing one role like he's playing hundreds of characters. But it's not that. It's just the character he's playing wears a shit ton of masks. Still, mask or not, Christoph Waltz plays him like no one else. Long story short, he's great at everything, but there's only one argument that stops him from being in the GOAT conversation. What's that, you may ask? Quentin Tarantino. Christoph Waltz has won both of his Oscars for the movies that Tarantino made, and that usually doesn't mean a lot of things. Unfortunately for Christoph Waltz, he's not the only man like that, since Brad Pitt also won his one and only Oscar for the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which Tarantino made that. Little note here, Brad Pitt has 2 Oscars, but only one of them is for acting, and the other one is for Best Picture for the movie 12 Years a Slave. End of the note. Now what I mean by that. Brad Pitt named himself one of the biggest actors in the generation because of Fight Club. His performance in Fight Club was probably his best ever performance, and he didn't win an Oscar for it. By the way, that year Oscar was packed, dude. I didn't know how packed it was until I checked it for this video, and I gotta say, as big as a Brad Pitt fan I am, he didn't stand a chance, dude. That year was insane, and I'm referring to 2000. Okay, I know y'all are confused, so let me long story short this. There are some people that may never admit it, but they do not see Christoph Waltz as a great actor because Tarantino is such a good director. Basically, they think Tarantino carried, and that's it. But crushing that argument is the easiest thing ever, because Tarantino himself said in an interview that Christoph Waltz is an amazing actor, and only he could play the parts he did. Tarantino went as far as saying no one else could ever play Hans in Inglourious Basterds, and if Christoph Waltz wouldn't play the part, the movie was doomed. Tarantino didn't help Christoph Waltz. No, Christoph Waltz saved Tarantino, and that's about it. The art of being Christoph Waltz is simply about being that good. It's not something you can learn or understand or try to copy even. Christoph Waltz is the one and only. Not one in a billion. One ever. The only one ever. He's in a league of his own. It's like he's Real Madrid or Lakers playing in a league against teenagers. I'm not sure if that's a good way to describe it. I don't know much about sports. But another way to describe it would be simply say it's like he's Rick in Rick and Morty, living in a world filled with jerks. This was it for this video. I know it was short. Sorry about it. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank y'all. Have a great day. See ya.